American Credit Union Arena. Number 16 hosting number 6 tonight. First serve goes to the kids in blue and orange. The Pepperdine Waves from Malibu picked second this year in the NPSF, and the first serve is a floater that goes into the net, and the Matadors strike first. CSUN coming in number 16 in the nation, 7-2. This was their exact ranking that they had last year when they went into Firestone Fieldhouse and pulled off a 4-set upset. The Waves come in number 6 in the nation, 4-2 overall. Had a very impressive 2-match victory weekend at Loyola Chicago and Lewis recently. Much courtesy to that man right there who has the first point tonight for the Waves, the national point leader, Cole Hartke. MPSF Freshman of the Year last year, 6'10", sophomore hitter from Barrington, Illinois. 4.32 kills per set. He leads the team with 12 aces. Might have one here. He does. Back-to-back points to start it off for Pepperdine scoring tonight. Cole Hartke, All-American last year. And as we pointed out, the national point leader coming in. He's got more than 120 total points on the season. Also hits effectively at .346 on the pin. Doffner, a back set, and it goes to Jalen Phillips, the All-American opposite for CSUN. He scores. For the Matadors in the starting lineup, Jordan Lucas coming off a career night at USC, 30 kills, where he hit north of 500. Joao Avila also on the outside, Chris Carnizes at libero, Doffner setting, Phillips at opposite, Joao Favarim, and the reigning Big West Freshman of the Week, Grayson Albers, in the middle. Waves score there. For Pepperdine, Andre Palomach, the transfer from Purdue Fort Wayne, part of the Serbian national team, getting the start at center again tonight for the Waves. Jacob Riley, All-American libero. Cole Hartke, All-American hitter, along with Ryan Barnett. Ethan Watson, who was the MPSF Freshman of the Year a couple of years ago, in the starting lineup tonight. In the middle, Jose Gomez on the outside, and James Eady, an All-American middle for the Waves, meaning they are starting, the Waves are 4 All-Americans tonight. 3-3 as Avila will serve. Pepperdine 65-22 all time against CSUN. The Matadors won it in Malibu last year in 4 sets. Phillips out on the right side. 2 blockers up for the Waves. Block shifts to the right. Lucas avoids both of them and scores, coming off a monster night of 30 kills at 5:09. Also dug 8 balls, blocked 3 others, and served an ace in the tough loss at number 4 USC, a match that a lot of people will tell you the Waves, or the Matadors I should say, should have and could have come out on top. Just did not get off to a good start. Dropped the first 2 sets, came back, pushed it to 5, and then had one little hiccup where USC went on a 4-0 run late. Ended up winning at 15-13. Waves are out of rotation there. The Matadors go up by 2. Out to the left side, Gomez cross court. The flag is up and no touch. And 5 of the last 6 now for CSUN. They go up 6-3. Gomez, a sophomore from Cuba, in a starting lineup tonight. Jump serve, and that goes wide from Avila. 4 will serve 6. Waves are 2-0 in true road matches this year. We mentioned their huge wins at Loyola Chicago and Lewis, a couple of top 10 programs, coming off a 4-set loss at home to Long Beach State, ranked number 2. Speaking of the beach, as CSUN runs the middle, Grayson Albers connects. Big one tonight down south in the Walter Pyramid as number 2 is hosting number 1. Long Beach State hosting UCLA tonight. We'll keep you posted what's going on down there. The other Wave loss this year was at home in 4 sets to UC Irvine, who some will tell you could just as well be the number 1 team in the country. The wins that the Anteaters have had early in the season, they've picked up 2 wins at BYU and actually won at Pepperdine a couple of weeks ago as well, as we mentioned. So UC Irvine playing very well. Avila on the reception, and the way the Matadors run the middle with Joao Favarim connects. 8-5 CSUN. After tonight, the Matadors will be off for a week. The next one will be at current #1 UCLA a week from tonight, and then back here for 3 in a row to wrap up February. 6 we'll look at 8 here with Jose Gomez at the line. Waves 95 aces as a team, which is more than 2 per set, considerably more than their opponents. That ball is going to drop on the back line. Second ace for Pepperdine. They pulled it within 1. Theo Edwards thinking about the green card here. I think his bench is going to say leave it alone. The ball did drop on the line. Pepperdine as a team hitting .352 on the year. That's 130 points better than their opponents have done. And get just under 3 blocks per set. About a block and a quarter more per set than their opponents as well. So very solid team, very solid starting lineup. #6 in the nation, and that one goes down. Just dumping it down on the sideline out on the left, Ryan Barnett. It is 9-8. Here's James Eady, All-American 4th-year junior, puts it in play. CSUN runs the middle, Doffner to Favorine. 10 will serve 8. Favorine been very effective early sophomore season, part of the tremendous freshman class a year ago. Favorine, 24 blocks on the year to lead CSUN, hitting .392 in the middle. Puts the ball in play, and that will be a Matador point. Waves thought they had come over, but Matadors get that one, 11-8. Let's take a look. Now the ball kind of drifted over to the CSUN side, and that was dumped down. 11 serving 8. Joao Favorine at the line. Matadors have served 47 aces on the year, just under 1.5 per set. Out to the left side, there's Ryan Barnett. They've got tremendous pin hitters. And middles, they're pretty much solid all the way around the court. We mentioned 4 All-Americans from a year ago. Getting great libero play from Jacob Riley, a former libero at Concordia, played in his first year in Malibu last year. An All-American season in which the Waves won the MPSF title. There's Jordan Lucas coming out of the 10-foot line to knock it down. Coming off the career night, 30 kills at 4th-ranked USC, where he hit .509. Puts one down there to match the Matadors' biggest lead of 3. Jump serve, Doffner. Ball taken in the back by Barnett. Right side, Harkey drops one in. About 9 steps off the net. Kill leader, ace leader, was 2 weeks ago, both the offensive and defensive player of the week in the MPSF, also the AVCA National Player of the Week because of what he did on that Lewis and Loyola Chicago road trip, in which he also had 29 kills at Lewis. 2 blockers on the left of the Waves. That's Ethan Watson and Jose Gomez. Waves are back within 1. This has been the trend here in the first half of set #1. Matadors extend out to a 3-point lead, and then the Waves get a couple, pulled to within 1. Barnett at the service line, misfires. 13 looks at 11. BYU in 3 earlier today over Lincoln Memorial. The Rail Splitters will be here in 12 nights from tonight, February 18th. Ranked #20 in the nation right now. Right side, cross court, ball dug up by Doffner, but it hits the bottom of the basketball backboard and the rafters. Not so much home cooking on that one. Waves are back within 1. Ethan Watson at the service line. Puts one in play, Doffner in the middle, and a run at the Grayson Albers. Freshman of the week in the Big West was 13 for an errorless 19 in the 2 victories last week here over Fort Valley State and Edward Waters. Errorless week for him. Puts his team back up 2. Barnett on the reception, good pass up the middle, backside. Kolomach gets it to is All-American Cole Harkey at opposite, and the national point leader. There's the 6'6" junior from Serbia setting it up. Andre Polomac, part of the Serbian national team, sends a rocket down the middle to Karnizes in the white libero jersey. That's going to be a net violation on somebody. Both teams pointing at the other. And that will be a wave point as the Matadors, as it turned out, were team in the net. Theo's going to question this now from Tony Chan. Let's see. I'll tell you, I don't know. It looked like Gomez came down at the bottom there, but maybe they got Jalen Phillips first. So we're tied up 14-all. Polomac still serving. Both teams still with their both timeouts left. And that service error, because nobody has called one yet, will bring us to the media timeout. Coming in 7-2, hosting number 6 Pepperdine and the reigning MPSF champions 4-2. First match for Pepperdine in a week. Dropped the 4-setter, as you mentioned, to number 2 Long Beach a week ago tonight. Matadors hitting .455 out of the gate tonight. Waves .556, and that will be an ace. Out of the media timeout, dropped in from Phillips. Jalen Phillips serves as 6th ace of the year. Matadors have 49 now on the season. And lead it by 2. Follows up with an error. Each side with 1 block so far. And we have seen 4 total aces already, 2 from each side. Cole Harkey off to a big start as usual. He is 4 for 4. Lucas and Favarim are 2 for 2 for CSUN. Avila with the reception high up in the air to Doffner. This time somewhat, or maybe the connection after the initial pass wasn't all that there, but Phillips compensates and puts it down. Doffner ends up getting the assist. Ball does drop there as Phillips was flying in from the back row. 17 looking at 15. Noah Doffner is on the court. Younger brother, of course, of Owen. Lucas puts it in play to Gomez. Polomac out to the left pin. Barnett is denied. Backside Harkey inside of 10. Finds it perfectly in the back row. Harkey is 5 for 5 in set 1. 17-16. Now the Matadors, so we're going to have a substitution here. Serving sub for the Waves. It'll be Aiden Toon, 6'1", 4th-year junior hitter out of Honolulu, Hawaii. But one of the reasons the Matadors were successful in this match a year ago, came out on top in Firestone Fieldhouse. They didn't really let anybody go off. Kind of held their big hitters in check. Didn't really let them get too much into a deep rhythm at any point, and sided out effectively. And Toon ties it up at 17. Jump serve, left to right, ball taken by Avila. Out to the right it goes. Phillips cross court. That is dug by Polomac. From the back row, Toon brings it to Barnett, and he's got it down the line. Yeah, drops in. Might even hit a Matador at the net, and this is a lead change with 3 in a row for Pepperdine. Aiden Toon just with 1 ace on the season, but in the midst of a 3-0 run to give Pepperdine the lead here. Ball hits the tape. Karnizes, well read off the net. Little tip shot, it drops in for Jordan Lucas, coming in from behind the 10-foot line. Well read. Waves had 3 up, 3 back, wide open 10-foot area. Tied up again, 18-all. Joao Favarim, the server. The head coach of Pepperdine is Jonathan Winder. Played for the Waves. He was a setter there from 05 to 08. Won a national championship for Pepperdine in 2005. And in 2007, he was the AVCA National Player of the Year. In 2007, I believe the exact date was January 24th of 2007. The Waves, Jonathan Winder, came into this building. Right side, cross court. Harkey, he's got it. Cole Harkey killed number 6 here in the first set. Waves are up by 2. And he was the setter when Pepperdine and CSUN played to a 45-43 set. Of course, Marv Dunphy was the head coach. And that was a record in the MPSF that stood for 19 years until recently when UCLA and Ohio State played to a 48-46 set. Jonathan Winder, see him there on the sideline as we're in a timeout right now. And Winder formerly coached at Fresno State for the women's team and the University of Washington. An assistant there for a handful of years ago. The men's job opened at Pepperdine. Marv Dunphy retiring. Winder's now in his 4th year, assisted by Matt Pollock and Luke Reynolds. And Theo Edwards on the other side. The two know each other very well. Theo's also in his 4th year, and I think it was for 2 years that they were playing against one another in the MPSF. Jonathan Winder for Pepperdine and Theo Edwards for CSUN. Let's go to the stat sheet here as the Waves have hit 20. They lead it by 2. The Waves, well, one thing the Matadors have to do a better job at is slowing down the opposition, and that's probably the biggest thing that got CSUN into a hole on Wednesday night. USC was just hitting way too highly, and that's kind of the case right now. Pepperdine is hitting .615. Harkey is 6 for 6. Barnett is 3 for 4, both without an error. Those are the pins. CSUN hitting .500, but they're down 2. Doffner out to the left, right into the block. Avila denied, picked up though by Albers. Out of the back, Phillips denied again. Trying to get through this wall. Back set, Phillips off the tape and trickles in. Tough shot, wow. Jalen Phillips about 9 steps off. The ball was put behind his left shoulder. Let's take a look here. Yeah, leaning back awkwardly and just managed to trickle it off the wall. Couldn't get the stuff, so Phillips gets the kill. He goes to 3 for 5. Matadors within 1 and back to 2 on the service error. Matadors 2 aces and now 6 service errors. 3 and 5 for the Waves. We've had 6 ties and 3 lead changes here in the set, and the Waves down by as many as 3 several times. Now lead it by 2. Jump serve, Ryan Barnett puts one down the middle to Carnizas, out to the left. Cross court, and Phillips gets another one. 4th kill for Phillips, pulled to within 1. Matadors 1 timeout left. Waves have both of theirs. This is one of several extremely high-profile matches going on tonight. Number 1, number 2 doing battle in the pyramid. Serving sub, Zach Chapin is in for Pepperdine. 6'1", redshirt freshman from Manhattan Beach. A 2-point lead, the left-hander. Off the chest of Avila. Lucas almost out of room. It's an overpass and easily done there for Gomez. Might have to call your second timeout if you're Theo Edwards. 23-20. And he will. Matadors now in a hole in set number 1. They'll have to come back here late in the first set on ESPN+. The Waves are hitting an even .500, but in a hole late here in set 1. Haven't been able to slow down the Waves, who are hitting .643. And between Harkey and Barnett, they are 9 for an errorless 10. Doffner in the middle, backside on the pin to Phillips. That is picked up by the serving sub. Chapin out to the right, and that is Cole Harkey who gets another one. He is 7 for 7. He's got 7 of Pepperdine's 12 kills in the match. And it puts the Waves to set point. And the Waves, they were down 3, and they put in one of their serving subs, Toon, and then they went on a 3-0 run. They took a lead on a lead change at 18-17, and then seemingly been in control since. CSUN's going to put in Malcolm King, who made his season debut, and in fact the first appearance since 2024, last time we were here against Edward Waters. He's coming in the middle. Waves with 3 more set points here. Backside, looking to make it 8 for 8. Harkey, he missed one. That goes long. So not only that spoils his perfect set, but it spoils his errorless night. And John Winder will call his first time out. Waves still with 2 more set points on ESPN+. 22. Waves at 562. That last hitting error by Harkey was just the 3rd for Pepperdine in the set. Albers, the freshman, served the back row. Front row it goes. Polomatch in the middle, and knocking it down will be James Eady. The first swing of the night for the middleman, and he connects to win set 1, 25-22. Pepperdine 1-0. Credits it, at least at the moment. The Waves only had 2. Both teams hit very well. 588 and 500. And each side just had 1 block. Almost every time somebody was up for an attack, pretty much went down seemingly. But the Matadors, are going to be at the wrong end of that if it continues at this pace. Just, you got to be able to at least contain the Pins, who hit astronomically as it is, but you got to find a way to slow down the offense. And you're, let's face it, coming in the underdog, and you got 2 of the best hitters in the country. And by the way, Ryan Barnett and Cole Harkey both are on the AVCA National Player of the Year watch list, as it was just announced for the first time a couple of days ago. Jalen Phillips has that honor as well. So the 2 teams swap sides. Joao Avila will be the server. Away we go. Ball taken by Barnett in the back. Whistle blows. That's going to be a CSUN point, as the setter, Andre Polomatch, came over. CSUN strikes first in set 2. Yeah, right there. His right hand came over the tape to pull it back. Jump serve, Avila, down the middle to Riley. Front court it goes. Left side, 1-on-2. Barnett nearly blocked, but it was covered. Phillips looking to wipe it off, and it is successful. Well, let's see, maybe not. I thought that ball was down. They're gonna have to take a look at this. Yeah, that ball to me looked like it was down off the wipe off. Let's take a look. Let's see. Pancake try there from Gomez, and they are going to get it right. The ball did drop right in front of him. Nice try there from Gomez, but they do fix it. No challenge necessary. Matadors score the first 2. Ball hits the tape off the serve. Polomatch backside. Harkey, flag is up. No touch there. A couple of misses of late for Cole Harkey. He was 7 for 7. Now he is 7 for 9 with 2 errors. The Matadors match their biggest lead tonight, scored the first 3 of the set. That's probably another area that needs to get cleaned up. Service error number 8 for CSUN. Matadors had 2 aces in set 1. The Waves had 3. Harkey at the line, the ace leader with 12 on the season coming in. From right to left, ball served on this near sideline, taken by Avila. Get her front row, Albers is dug. Backside, Harkey, high off the wall, saved behind the baseline by Avila. What a play. Lucas goes right into the wall. Watson and Palomach are ready. Boy, what a play there from Avila. Flying around behind the back line off the touch up front. Let's keep the point going a little while longer. Harkey still serving. The All-American into the net it goes. CSUN hangs on to its lead. Joao Favorine back to the front. Albers will serve. 7 aces on the year for Albers. That is the second most on CSUN. Gets another one there. His 8th of the year. First of the night. 3 Matadors now have served an ace tonight. They lead it by 3. Freshman of the week in the Big West. Comes up to the back line. Sends one to Jacob Riley in the white libero jersey. Left side Barnett. Took a little bit off of it. Had 2 blockers all the way over to the pin. And I think got the outside hand of Favorine and eventually trickled in for the kill. 5-3. Very tough team to beat when both Barnett and Harkey are effective the way they have been so far. Right side, and that is good. Jalen Phillips. And true, that can be the case for a lot of teams when you have 2 or 3 hitters who are running hot. It's going to be a tall order, but when you're on the level that they normally play and you have trouble slowing them down. All the makings of a long night. Ball dumped down on 2 by Palomach. Setter kill for Pepperdine. Ethan Watson, the server. A couple years removed from his MPSF Freshman of the Year season. Favorine in the middle, off 2 touches, and that goes down. Joao Favorine in the middle. Matadors have done that more and more here within these first 10 matches, giving the ball to him, and he's getting right up against 400 on the season, running the middle confidently now with Doffner. Out to the right side, Harkey is picked up. Avila on the left, 1-on-2, covered by Phillips. Back to Phillips, set by Lucas, cross court, that's no good. Andre Palomach, the server, moments ago just got his 12th kill of the season. Leading a .352 offense on the year, off the tape. Won't be an ace. Got Doffner turned around, the block is ready for Pepperdine, and they end up getting the point off of a lift from the return. Matadors are not a fan of that call. Theo Edwards going to talk to Tony Chan, tonight's down ref. Shannon Macias is the up ref. Logan Chan, Heather Pickett presiding over the lines. Palomach for the jump serve, that's good. Caught the back line. See if they take a look at this. Ended up being closer than I thought it was going to be. They may take a look, they will. If it stands, it'll be 7-7. This will be the first challenge of the night for either side. This is a challenge, we'll leave it here. Being looked at across the way by Tony Chan. And he's got his verdict. It's a quick look. It is an ace. Call stands. So first challenge for either team. I don't think anybody was surprised by that. Theo, more than anything, wanted to talk to the guys. Still with a couple of challenges left. We're tied at 7. Below match. Off speed this time. Sliding up there. Avila on one knee with the reception. Phillips cross court. He squeezes it in there. Jalen Phillips. Below match can really serve those aces as well. Just served his 11th on the season. A couple of aces shy of where Harkey is. CSUN back on top. Matadors dropped the first one after having several leads of 3, ended up losing it by 3. Run the middle, Pepperdine does. Edie is picked up, and the return is going out, however. Not on the left, Pepperdine scores. And Jose Gomez back deep. They've got 8s on the board. Phillips got off to a slow start Wednesday night at USC, but then really caught fire. Matadors coming back and really giving number 4 a scare on the road. Nearly pulled off an incredible reverse sweep, and there's Grayson Albers in the middle. No room for a dig there as CSUN is back on top. Owen Doffner, the server. 9 aces for Doffner on the season. That one's going long. Swappage of side outs of late. Waves in the navy blue, orange, and white. Matadors in the home red with black letters and numbers. Albers in the middle, denied off the tape. Way back there, Lucas from about 15. He is dug up. Barnett off the soft block, picked up Lucas back row. Lucas, little skip shot and knock it down with his left hand inside of 10, flying in from the back. Everything going right this week for Jordan Lucas. So nice to see. The Grand Canyon transfer for the Matadors have been looking for in recent years. Consistency with their outsides. Of course, the unconventional spot there, but Lucas coming from the solid Grand Canyon program. Murray played some hitter and libero. There's Cole Harkey again to tie it at 10. Lucas continue to have quite the week. Harkey puts it high in the sky, leans in. Nice pick up there on the reception by Carnizas. 10-footer Phillips, he's dug. Blow match backside. Harkey leans in and right into the chest of Avila he goes. Cole Harkey. Harkey, 6'10", sophomore, All-American, MPSF Freshman of the Year. Going to make a strong bid to Conference Player of the Year, maybe even National Player of the Year at this rate. National points leader right now, serves another ace. Go back up by 2, Pepperdine does. Multiple aces tonight for Cole Harkey. Double digits in kills, not a set and a half into the evening. Off the tape that goes, left side, off the tape from Lucas, picked up by Harkey. Below match, out of the back, leaning in, overpass. Gomez pops up his own attack, out to the left, Barnett high off the wall. Backside Phillips trying to beat the block, cross court, and missed it. Those are the ones that really have to go down. As the Waves extend back out to a 3-point lead. Matadors led it by 3. A couple of times earlier in the set. Got the first 3 points, in fact, of the set. Left side Barnett, that's off the antenna. Favorine back to the middle. Grayson Albers at the line. Basketball line here, baseline. Now comes up to the volleyball one. Reaching out Barnett on that reception and married to the sideline. Gomez slams it off the wall. Gomez came in, had just played 3 sets the entire year for Pepperdine, and they had come in with 22 total sets as a team. They're playing for the first time without Matei, number 4, who had played in every set. Somebody Pepperdine is missing tonight. He's been their blocking leader actually with 29. We're also yet to see Grant LaMurray, who in the first set tonight just missed his 2nd total set the entire year. LaMurray, a 354 hitter at more than 2.5 kills per set and 12 aces on the season. We're yet to see him. Service error Phillips. Waves have hit 15. Nobody has called a timeout, so we'll take the media timeout. Pepperdine leading at 1-0 and lead it by 3 in set 2 on 8-0 and 15-12 in the seconds. Pepperdine is hitting .214 in this set. That is 340 points less than what they did in set 1, and they're still up by 3. That's because the Matador hitting is also way down. Matadors hit .526 in the first and .059 now in the second. Just can't get the right combination tonight so far. The hitting numbers. The Matadors, Jalen Phillips, 7 kills, 286. Jordan Lucas, 5 kills, 500. But too much Cole Harkey, 9 kills at 538. The Waves score there off of a touch. Waves have both of the blocks now in this set. And are winning the aces 5-3. Here's Ethan Watson. Carnizas on the reception. Pass set hit there, nicely done. Joel Favarim with the finish. Favarim is 4 for 4. Owen Doffner's 18th assist. Matador's still over 300 on the night. Hitting's got to pick up the one set too. Gomez going to be blocked. First block of the set for the Matadors. Favarim and Doffner pair up. Back-to-back points. Gomez going up. Second error for Gomez. Lucas the server. And Hank Kaufman is on the court for CSUN. Ryan Barnett, the kill. Hank Kaufman, 6'5", third-year sophomore out of Santa Clarita, Hart High. Playing in his 15th set, so just under half of the time this year. And that was close, very close. This was on our side of the court. Almost got the corner. Jonathan Winder might challenge this. He will. Serve by Palomach, and in real time I thought it hit the corner. Happened here right in front of us, just to our left. First Pepperdine challenge tonight. Matadors are 0 for 1 on challenges. See if we can tell anything definitively. All right, looks at that. Back line just off the corner. I wonder if that hit it. If the call is overturned, it would be Palomach's second ace. Pepperdine had served 5 previously as a team. Let's see. Again, if we can see anything for sure. Oh, yeah, I think that's inside the line. I I think that's just about how we saw it in real time. Now we're off and wrong over here, so we'll see about Tony Chan across the way. This was a longer look than the last serve that was challenged. That's an ace, just as we thought. We're finally right over here. So the call overturned. Pepperdine 1 for 1 on challenges. And instead of 17-15, it's 18-14. That is a big challenge win for the Waves. They're up by 4 instead of 2 here in the late teens. Ball served down the middle of Carnizas. Joust. It is won by the big fella, Cole Harkey. And they're up by 5, and the first timeout will be called for either team. Theo Edwards has to call it. 19-14, Pepperdine won, and obviously in retrospect, you'd love that to have been the other way around. Opposite, or overpass here to the middle of the court, and Ryan Barnett flying out of the back. He puts it down. They extend out to their biggest lead again of 6, 20-14. That kill puts the Waves right around the 200 mark. Hasn't been exactly all that pretty for them either offensively in this set, but again, they've got 3 blocks in the set, and they are serving lights out with another ace there, their 7th of the night. See, the Waves had 3 aces in the first set, which means they've got 4 aces and 3 blocks in this set alone. And that has certainly been a huge difference. 7-point lead, and that'll be dumped down by the setter, Owen Doffner, for the kill. And the Matadors, though, are in deep trouble. Jeopardy of going down 2 sets at home. They were down 2 sets on Wednesday on the road, and in the words of Theo Edwards after that match, we outplayed them. Many levels of the game. Just took their feet off the pedal there for a very brief period of time in set 5, and that was ultimately the difference. Free ball, that is an overpass, and it is knocked down by Albers. Free ball back to Albers, who puts it down. For back-to-back CSUN points, 21-16. Come back with a service there. That was Boaz Surson in for CSUN. 6'4" sophomore hitter misses his serve, puts the Waves 3 points from going up 2 sets. Here's Jose Gomez. Came in just 3 sets played the entire year. He's played both of the sets tonight. Fast serve off the tape. Out to the left. Off the block, picked up again by the Waves. Left side, 2 blockers up for CSUN. That's Owen Doffner and Grayson Albers. Cut the Pepperdine lead to 5, but have to be a huge comeback at this point. Waves also have both of their timeouts left. Owen Doffner, the server. Ball taken to the back by Riley. Hartke out on the right. That's not going anywhere. 3. Out of bounds that goes. Give Hartke another point, 23-17. Does such a nice job avoiding the block. 6'10", and he jumps well, gets over the block. 23 looking at 17. Here's Aiden Toon. And this was the server who came in set 1 that pretty much turned the set around. Waves out on the left, Ethan Watson and Ryan Barnett. And a whole bunch of set points here for Pepperdine. Aiden Toon looking for a 2-set lead right here. Puts it in the air, serves the Carnizas in the back. Out of the back, Jordan Lucas connects. Now the Matadors need quite the service run from Hank Kaufman. Substitution. They're going to bring Avila back in to serve it up. Noah Doffner will be in as well. Lucas will sit. Avila. Ball taken by Barnett. Get it front row. Right into the block goes Harkey off the left hand of Doffner. Looked like he just kind of punched at it. He's trying to get his left hand and out. So Harkey gets the final point for Pepperdine in set 2. The Waves have a commanding lead on the road, 2-0 on ESPN+. 2 and 5 respectively in the country, 10-0 and 8-0. Hawaii sitting at 10-1. We knew they would recover from that early Loyola loss at home, sitting in the number 3 position. And you got the Matadors 7-2, Gauchos at 6-3, the Tritons still in the top 10 at 4-4. As we mentioned, Long Beach State is hosting UCLA tonight. We'll get you an update, hopefully, before we say goodnight tonight. Somebody came up to me in between the sets and asked me if I thought this Pepperdine team could play with UCLA. Yes. I would put this team on the court with anybody in the country. They have all the tools necessary to win another MPSF championship. They can win a national championship if it all broke right. Of course, they're not the favorites to do that, but they, I'm telling you, can compete and beat anybody. They took Long Beach and UC Irvine to 4 very deep sets. And they're extremely good all the way around the court. And, going back to the Marv Dunphy days, you know exactly, seemingly, what you are getting with your lineup with this team at all times. You know exactly what to expect. They picked their lineup very early in the season. No experimenting. They do that in the off season. They have their guys, and that's their team. Yes, occasionally you have the injury or you want to do something maybe against a lesser non-conference team or whatnot very early in the season to, see what you might have going forward. But, you always know exactly what you're getting from this team. And, again, put them on the court with anybody, you're going to be in a battle. Albers, wide open back row there. Grayson Albers puts it down. Matadors will have to find a way to storm back, much the way they did on Wednesday night. Go up 2-1 early here. But again, tonight starting 4 All-Americans. Jonathan Winder broke through with the conference title last year, did it on their home floor. Extremely tough to beat. This ball's still alive, but not going to be able to get it back. Ricocheted off the rafters out to our right side. Ryan Barnett, the server. On his right knee, Jordan Lucas with the reception. Favarim with the swing, and that is a Pepperdine point. So many contacts that we called. Waves back on top. Matadors will be at UCLA a week from tonight. That'll be another test. That'll be the last leg of this extremely tough 3-match MPSF stretch for the Matadors. And back here on the 18th against another ranked team in Lincoln Memorial. UC Merced and Cal Lutheran to wrap up the month of February. And then Big West opens up March 3rd in La Jolla at UC San Diego. Matadors back on top. UC Santa Barbara and USC doing battle. That will be tomorrow night in the Galen Center. Also tonight, UC Irvine in action at Concordia of Irvine. The Anteaters were actually tested a little bit by Vanguard last night, or Wednesday night, I should say. Went 1-1, could have been down 2-0. They were in trouble, deep trouble in the first as well. Winder's going to have an argument here with Tony Chan. We'll play on here. Matadors 5-4. Jordan Lucas, the server. Good serve. And run the middle to Edie. Hasn't taken things, but All-American middle for the Waves. Been very effective all year. He's one of their great blockers. He's averaging about a block and a quarter per set on the season. Had a huge road trip. Top 10 Neva sweep against Lewis and Loyola Chicago. 5-5 here. Out of the back, Lucas, and that is no good. Waves are back on top. Series of lead changes early in set 3. Ball picked up on the reception by Phillips out to the left. Avila looked like he was going to swing instead. Just push it over on this right pin and doesn't work. Eventually the ball lands in Cole Harkey's hands. That has not been a good thing tonight for the Matadors. Front row, Doffner looking for the 2 ball, picked up and wiped off up top by the Waves, who score again. Out on the left, Jose Gomez. He's been extremely effective, playing in his 4th, 5th, and 6th sets of the season. Doffner, backside. Jalen Phillips, that is no good. Theo Edwards off the bench, might look at it here. He's going to challenge something. Yep, they're challenging the fact that it was called out. Not challenging a possible touch, but whether it was in or out. That number 1 versus number 2 battle tonight, UCLA at Long Beach State, that was a 7 o'clock start, so they're just getting things started in the pyramid. UC Irvine at Concordia, also a 7 o'clock start tonight. Pepperdine wins the point. Ball was out, and the Matadors are 0 for 2 on challenges. Nine to 5. Andre Polomac, the server, the junior from Serbia, Purdue Fort Wayne transfer. He'll set it up in the middle of the court. They run the middle and knocking it down, James Eady. So remember, it took him the whole set in the first set tonight to take a swing. And they're running him a little bit more now as the Waves have doubled him up to 5:56 for the set. That's exactly what they did in set 1. 426 as they're hitting overall tonight. Cole Harkey 13 kills at 647. Matadors have not been able to match that. They're basically hitting 0 since dropping the first set off the foot of Barnett, but are they going to say the ball was down? Looked like it caught his foot off of Phillips' swing, and apparently it dropped. And the Matadors score. Substitution, Noah Doffner is in. Freshman is yet to take a swing. Played a couple of points in each of the first 2 sets. He's looked really good, really good every time we've seen him on the young season. I think I'll take a look at this. I'm gonna leave it here. Yeah, they're taking a look at this. Initially thought that it hit the foot. I think it was Barnett's foot. If the Waves win this challenge, that means we would replay the point. Obviously on the court it was ruled a Matador point, that it was down, so we'll see. Winder's second challenge, he is 1 for 1. Let's see if we can see anything for sure here. It's just going so fast from Phillips. And actually those, it was Barnett and I think it was Palomach, yeah, who were kind of side by side there. I don't know how you make a determination from that, but Tony Chan has an answer. Matador point, they're going to stick with the call. So the Matadors are within 4. So anyway, Noah Doffner, every time we've seen him here, he's got 33 kills on the season, hitting .279. Been really good. Left side, Cole Harkey, that goes cross court. Kill number 14 for Harkey in 18 swings. He's got more than double the next highest Wave, which is Barnett, sitting with 6 kills at .286. Problem for the Matadors, there just has not been enough contesting. I mean, CSUN does have 3 blocks, but remember, didn't have any digs in the first set. There's another block, and Matadors have dug 8 balls tonight. Almost 2.5 sets in. Gomez. Doffner, 2 ball. Can't get it down. They had 2 blockers up. Barnett on the left. That's a placement shot. They had 3 blockers up, CSUN did, but they were all over at the pin and left a wide open court. Everything from the middle out to the up ref, wide open. That's all he had to do was place it for his 7th kill to lead it by 7. That's another ace. Not a thing on the court that they have not done well. 8 service aces for the Waves, and the Matadors have to call a timeout as they are down by 8 and down 2 sets. ESPN Plus. They're up 2 sets to none and up by 8 in the third, back by a 449 overall offense, 6 blocks, now 8 service aces. Holding the Matadors, the zeros hitting in this set, 080 in set 2. Out of the timeout, that serve is going to miss, but now the Matadors really under pressure to get some true points, true service points. Side-out game is just not going to do it now. Down 2 sets and 14-7 in the third. There's Doffner, and he just, well, let's see, does it go down? No, the line judge pointed down, but up ref signals out. Returns the favor, so 15-7 with Edie at the line. Puts it in play, and Noah Doffner, the pass goes right behind him up against the Matador bench. It's another ace, the 9th for Pepperdine, and they lead it by 9. James Eady serves his first. That means 5 Waves have served an ace tonight. Left side, 1-on-2, and there's another block. Watson and Hartke. Waves extend out to the biggest lead for either team tonight. It's a 10-point Pepperdine lead. Aaron pass chased down by Doffner, and Jalen Phillips has roofed. Another Wave block. They're up on the blocking, 8-3 overall tonight. They extend out to an 11-point lead. Carnizas, front row Doffner coming out of the back, 1-on-2, and Jordan Lucas will score there, but again, pretty much needs some big serves here. Joao Avila back to serve. The Matadors do not come back and lose back-to-back matches for the first time this year, but of course this monster part of the schedule taking on the top 3 from the MPSF. There's Ryan Barnett with authority. Not going to get any easier a week from tonight at number 1 UCLA, current number 1. Back here, should be another test against Lincoln Memorial. Good team, good upstart team, up-and-coming program. Lincoln Memorial ranked this week, the top 20 poll. There's Grayson Albers. That'll be a 6 o'clock start on Wednesday, February 18th. Albers to serve. The deficit for CSUN is 10 and down 2 sets. Albers runs up to the back line, serves, good serve to Gomez. Middle back, but nice clean offense yet again for the Waves. They get it to Ethan Watson, who connects. That was that Watson's first swing tonight? I think so, actually. They've used them mostly on the defensive role. He's got 4 blocks, Watson does. Out on the left, there's Gomez. I've run the middle with him quite a bit over the years. And just like that, Pepperdine is 4 points from a very quick night. Right side, Phillips. Out to the left. 1-on-2, kept alive briefly with Favorim's left foot, but that's all. Can't get the third hit over. 22-9. Last time we talked to you, we were out of here in 70 minutes against Edward Waters. Right now, we're at the 75-minute mark, but in the opposite direction. Jalen Phillips connects there, 22-10. Long Beach State is all over UCLA right now in the first set, 21-11. That's number 2 hosting number 1. They're an hour behind us as Pepperdine gets a little closer to the 3-0 win. Waves are going to go to 5-2. Matadors 7-3. But what's more is you gotta, you may lose the match, just don't lose the lessons that you can collect. And I think there are a lot of lessons to be learned this week from Wednesday and into tonight. Out to the left. 1-on-3. Gomez can't get it down with a setter. Palomach will. I said it was Edie that went up. I thought it was Palomach that got that kill, but either way, Pepperdine's got 14 match points. This is Zach Chapin looking to serve it out. And the lefty goes ace. Kind of a fitting ending for Pepperdine. 10 aces. Wow. They put on an absolute clinic tonight in every facet of the game. Unofficially 10 aces. They hit well north of 400 overall. I believe their final block count was 9, but that's very unofficial. And they get the 3-0 win on the road. 25-22, 25-18, and 25-10 to go to 5-2. It's the 4th sweep of the year for Pepperdine. And the Matadors' first loss this year in this building. Not quite the numbers for the Matadors as we saw from them at number 4 USC on Wednesday, but Jalen Phillips was in double digits. Don't have the final numbers for you, but he was in double-digit kills, the only Matador to do so. Cole Harkey, another monster night for him. He was their double-digit man for Pepperdine. I believe he surpassed 15 kills on the night. But out-hit, out-blocked, and out-served tonight were the Matadors by number 6 Pepperdine. And again, the Waves go to 5-2, and the Matadors go to 7-3. We'll next talk to you here in Northridge on the 18th. Lincoln Memorial will be in town a week from tonight. The Waves will be at UCLA. The Bruins will either be number 1 or number 2 in the country, pending tonight's outcome at Long Beach State.